Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Future Force Skies and Skills. Please subscribe and like my videos because today we are going to break down one of the most shocking and unexpected developments in the ongoing conflict. An event that the world is calling a Ukraine shock attack that has left Russia in panic. This review will take you through every detail with a unique perspective, almost like analyzing a piece of advanced technology, because the way this strike was executed, the reactions it triggered, and the impact it left are as calculated and complex as any cutting-edge machine. To make sure you grasp the full scope, we will discuss the exterior, the interior, the performance, the safety features, the unique selling points, the price in terms of cost and consequences, and of course bring it all together with a conclusion that shows why this attack matters so much in global landscape. On the exterior, the Ukraine strike appeared like a sudden flash of precision, the kind that no one saw coming until it was too late. The visuals from the outside show massive plumes of smoke, burning infrastructure, collapsing structures, and the stunned silence of those who could not believe how vulnerable one of the most defended areas could be. The external design of this attack, if we can call it that, was pure stealth and shock value. The target chosen was not random, it was symbolic, carrying weight for Russia's pride, and hitting it meant not only damaging property, but also sending a message directly into the heart of Moscow's confidence. From the outside, the strike looked like an explosion that ripped through not just steel and concrete, but also through the illusion of invulnerability. Every frame of the footage released was an external display of power, carefully orchestrated by Ukraine to demonstrate that even the mightiest defenses could be bypassed when planning, timing, and technology are aligned in perfect harmony. Now, when we go into the interior of this strike, the story becomes far more fascinating and layered. The inner workings reveal advanced drone technology, tactical coordination, intelligence sharing, and a network of precision systems that allowed Ukraine to strike with such devastating effect. The inside of this operation was built on months of preparation, the integration of surveillance, the adaptation of Western supplied tools, and homegrown innovations that have transformed Ukraine's military strategy. The interior design of this operation was not just hardware, it was software, strategy, and human determination. Inside, there was the detailed mapping of Russian defenses, the careful identification of weak spots, and the integration of data that allowed the drones to slip past radars, avoid interception, and strike deep inside enemy territory. Imagine the interior of an advanced machine where each gear, each wire, and each line of code works in perfect synchronization. This is exactly what happened here. Ukraine's operators coordinated signals, adjusted in real time, and maneuvered the systems to overcome Russian jamming and electronic countermeasures. Inside this mission was also psychological calculation, because the fear it instilled was as important as the physical damage. This interior dimension is large and critical, and it highlights how wars are no longer just about brute force, but about intelligence, adaptability, and technology blending seamlessly with courage. When it comes to performance, the Ukraine strike can only be described as outstanding and game-changing. The drones and missiles involved delivered accuracy that stunned analysts, hitting exactly where they were intended to strike, creating maximum impact with minimal resources. Performance here is measured not just in the physical results of destruction, but also in the ripple effects across media, politics, and military circles. The performance efficiency of the Ukrainian systems was high because they achieved a significant blow at a relatively low cost, proving once again that innovation can outperform sheer size. Russian air defenses, despite being considered among the strongest in the world, failed to intercept at the right time, showing weaknesses in performance on their side. The Ukrainian systems, on the other hand, displayed endurance, range, speed, and precision. This performance sends a clear signal to the world that Ukraine has not only adapted, but has excelled in using modern warfare tools effectively against a much larger adversary. Talking about safety features in this context may sound unusual, but they are there in the design of such attacks. Safety features for Ukraine meant minimizing civilian casualties, ensuring the strike targeted strategic and military infrastructure rather than random civilian locations, and controlling the blast radius to avoid unnecessary humanitarian consequences. These features also included the remote, controlled nature of the strike, meaning no Ukrainian personnel were physically exposed during the mission. The safety measures also extended to electronic encryption, making sure the communication systems guiding the drones could not be easily hacked or disrupted. By implementing these safety layers, Ukraine not only achieved its military goals, but also maintained the moral high ground by demonstrating that their intent is not random destruction, but precise retaliation against military and strategic assets. On the Russian side, the failure of safety features in their air defense network was painfully visible. Systems that were supposed to intercept threats, radar grids that were supposed to detect intrusions, and protocols that were supposed to secure key areas all collapsed in the face of this strike, proving that safety is only as good as its ability to stand up against innovation. The unique selling points of this Ukraine shock attack are undeniable. First, it showcased Ukraine's ability to innovate under pressure, creating low, yet high, impact solutions to counter one of the world's largest military forces. Second, it shattered the myth of Russian invincibility, showing the global community that Moscow's core assets are not untouchable. Third, it highlighted the growing role of drones and precision systems in modern warfare, becoming almost a demonstration model for how future conflicts will be fought. Fourth, the attack carried immense psychological weight, sending a message not only to Russia, but also to its allies and adversaries worldwide that determination and creativity can level the playing field. Fifth, it served as a propaganda victory, boosting Ukrainian morale and international support, while shaking Russian public confidence. These unique points make the strike not just another military event, but a case study in 21st century warfare. When we talk about the price, it extends beyond financial numbers. On Ukraine's side, the cost of deploying such drones and systems is significantly lower compared to the damage inflicted. The ratio between expense and impact was overwhelmingly in Ukraine's favor. For Russia, the price was far more than the physical structures destroyed. It was the psychological toll, the embarrassment on the international stage, the erosion of confidence in their defenses, and the potential financial losses from disrupted business operations and damaged infrastructure. The price also includes the strategic recalibration that Russia now has to make, diverting resources to protect assets that it once believed were secure. In global terms, the price includes the ripple effects on oil markets, currency values, and diplomatic relationships as allies and opponents react to the shifting balance. The cost of panic, fear, and humiliation cannot be measured in money, but it is perhaps the most significant price Russia has to pay in this case. In conclusion, the Ukraine shock attack that left Russia in panic is more than just a single event in the ongoing war. It is a statement, a demonstration, and a warning all rolled into one. From the exterior display of destruction to the interior complexity of planning, from the performance excellence to the embedded safety features, from the unique selling points that make it stand out to the price paid in consequences, this event captures the essence of modern asymmetric warfare. Ukraine proved that strategy, courage, and innovation can overcome size and power. Russia, on the other hand, has been forced to confront its vulnerabilities, and the world is watching closely as the balance shifts. For analysts, militaries, and governments around the globe, this strike is a reminder that the future of warfare lies not in who has the largest army, but in who can adapt the fastest. And for viewers like you, it is a chance to understand how deeply technology and determination can change the course of events that shape our world today.